week. How do you like my farmer's market here? Welcome to Live with Chef Susie every Thursday. And this Thursday, this is going to be great. We're set up like a farmer's market because it's National Farmers Market Week. Let's get into that in just a moment. First, we have to start with our quote of the day. Our quote of the day is coming at you from Abraham Lincoln, the 16th U.S. American president. The quote is, "I'm a success today because I had a friend who believed in me, and I didn't have the heart to let him down." That's our quote of the day. So every Thursday we come at you with very simple, healthy, easy recipes for the whole family. Now we have more time to schedule recipes and plan meals, make conversations, make plans, and it's really nice to eat together as a family. And remember, kids who cook are kids who taste. So today we wanted to basically acknowledge National Farmers Market Week. This week is National Farmers Market Week all over the country. But here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and in Henderson right here, I'd love to give you some facts, what it's like about when you go to a farmer's market. Well, first of all, you want to bring your own bag. You want to put all your produce in your own bag. You don't want to waste any plastic. And second of all, you're going to meet tables of people with all kinds of, they're all curators. They basically make goods. Some tables have fresh lavender. Some tables have fresh spices and herbs. Some tables have produce from the local farm. Some have local honey. Some make scarves. Some now make masks. It is so much fun, and you learn how to cook because you're talking to real chefs over there at the farmers markets. Here in Las Vegas, we have three in particular I'd love to tell you about. One is the Fresh 52 Farmers Market. The Fresh 52 Farmers Market is located in Inspirada, Henderson, the second and fourth Saturday. And it's also on Eastern Avenue. They call it Sandstone, Eastern in Henderson, and that's Sundays, 8:30 a.m. to 1. Then you have the Downtown Third Farmers Market, which is located right next door to the Mob Museum, which is the old train station here in Las Vegas, downtown. The Downtown Third Farmers Market has produce. It even has prepared food. They have chef demonstrations, crafts, and they're every Friday and Saturday from 9 to 2 p.m. Then you've got your Las Vegas Farmers Market. The Las Vegas Farmers Market is crazy. There's a lot of them. On Wednesdays, they're at the Bruce Trent Park from 2 to 6 p.m. On Thursdays, they're in Water Street from 9 to 2 p.m. On Thursdays, Sky Canyon, they have a drive-through. You don't even have to get out of your car. How cool is that? And that one is from 2 to 8 p.m. On Fridays, the Gallery at Sunset from 2 to 7 p.m. Downtown Summerlin, 2 to 7 p.m. Then you've got the Silverton Casino, Sundays 9 to 3 p.m. And then the Henderson Pavilion from Friday 9 to 2 p.m. So we have so many great farmers markets, and you can look them up online and even find out who the vendors are this week. But this is my farmers market. I've got some fresh herbs over here, some fresh ginger, some dried hibiscus. I'm also selling some non-GMO corn, kale. We've got some bell peppers, some broccoli, cucumbers. We're making it just like a farmer's market because it is so great to support them. And you'll want to do it too. Now, every farmer's market, when you go in, the tables will have email sign-up sheets. You can put your email and they can email you what they're bringing every week. They can even bring you a fresh box. They deliver fresh boxes of produce. They even do farm boxes to your home. So those are two ways too. And there's always free parking and there's always very friendly people. By the way, I started my career at the farmer's market. About 10 years ago, I started volunteering at the Downtown Third Market, and I became a juicer. I had my own juicing station. I had my own little table, and it was so much fun. And because of it, I went back to UNLV and studied nutrition science. So farmers markets can start memories that'll last a lifetime. So let's get started on today's Fresh Farmers Market recipes. Our first recipe is the Grinch Crunch Sandwich. And that's going to be a crunch sandwich made with kale, basil, chives, yogurt, cucumber, mozzarella, And we're also going to do a matcha chia seed pudding. And that's made with the green matcha powder. It's also going to have almond extract, vanilla extract, unsweetened almond milk, chia seeds, and a natural sweetener. Our last recipe is my most favorite. I love it so much. It's called green smoothie bars. And these green smoothie bars are so amazing. They are made with yogurt, spinach, a sweet potato, oats, maple syrup, 2 eggs, and peanut butter, optional, of course. So let's get started. I want to do the bars first because I fell in love with these bars. First, let me show you what they look like when they're all made. These are green smoothie bars. They're great for breakfast, on the go, any time of day, and they are just awesome. The texture comes out so good, and I'm going to teach you how to make them right now. The first thing you want to do is preheat your oven to 375 degrees. These are going to bake for 25 minutes. I brought them out a minute or two early because I like mine to be nice and soft. I really don't like them to be overdone, so I brought them out about 2 minutes early. You're going to use a 9x9 baking pan, just like this, and you're going to line it with parchment paper. We're going to put everything in the blender, guys. It's so easy. So we're going to use a blender, and in this blender is going to go all of our ingredients for the smoothie snack bars. First up is 1 cup of very tightly packed spinach. That's going to go right in the blender. 1 cup of tightly packed spinach. Next up, we've got right here, we've got a 1/2 cup of reduced fat peanut butter. Now, of course, if there's a peanut allergy, you always want to ask people ahead of time before you just hand them a bar. You want to say, do you have any allergies? And find out first, because this could be definitely. So this is peanut butter. You could always use almond butter or sunflower butter, whatever works best for you. Next up, we've got 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Now we've got 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. We've got 2 eggs. 1, 2. We've got a 1/2 cup of plain yogurt. We've got over here, this is our maple syrup, and it's 1/3 cup. 1/3 cup of maple syrup. And then last but not least, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. And guess what, guys? That's all it takes. When these bars come out of the oven, you're not going to believe how delicious they are. Unbelievable. So excited about this recipe. Let's get the lid on it. And then all we'll do, guys, is blend it and pour it right into this pan with the parchment paper. And we'll put it in the oven for 25 minutes. How easy is that? And they're delicious, too. Let's get this party started. I always like to check up on my smoothie recipes just to make sure that all the sides are getting pushed down. Sometimes the peanut butter will get stuck. So I'm just making sure everything's in there. Oh, we're missing our last ingredient, guys. 1 whole sweet potato. The sweet potato goes in, it kind of acts like flour, but it has to be baked or mashed. I baked it in the oven for 1 hour, and then you just peel the skin right off of it, and you throw it right in the blender. So this is the last ingredient, sweet potato. Want to have it baked or mashed. And by the way, guys, the recipes for all of these all the ingredients for these recipes will be posted in a little while right underneath the same video. So you can come back and check the comments and you'll see it right there. So there we go. We've got the skin off of this baked potato. It's already baked. And then we're just going to throw it in there. And then we're going to blend it. All right. Check on our green smoothie bars. See how they look? Oh, nice and thick. Beautiful. The consistency, I mean, it already feels like a cake dough because of that sweet potato. It really added to that. So here we go. Just going to pour it right in the middle. Let it fan itself out. And then you're just going to throw it in the oven. 375, 25 minutes. This makes 10 bars. and you really will enjoy. Anytime I've been eating them in the morning because I just love the texture. The peanut butter really added texture to them. Now you could add chocolate chips to these, but I didn't think we needed the extra sugar. So that's the whole recipe right there, guys. Green smoothie snack bars, and I'd love to give you a closer look at these bars because they're so delicious. Look at those, the texture of them, they're so great. Awesome. So those are the green smoothie snack bars. Let's keep it moving to our second recipe. Move this out of the way here. Alrighty. Moving right along. Our second recipe is going to be called a matcha chia seed pudding. I wanted to make this because I saw so many people having it on the menus at many restaurants I love, so I wanted to make it at home myself. So this is the finished product. This is chia seed pudding with matcha powder. I made a small size of it because you want to top it with maybe fresh peaches, granola, yogurt, pineapple, peanut butter, nuts, fruits, pomegranate seeds, whatever you want. I just want to get you to the place where it looks just like that. And this is how we do it. First, we'll need a small jar with a lid. So I'm going to use this overnight oats jar because it has a nice tightly packed lid. So that's what I'm going to use. And then you can use whatever you have because you're going to put it in the fridge overnight. The ingredients are very simple. It's 1/2 of a teaspoon of matcha powder. What is matcha powder, guys? Well, first find this out before you even make this because matcha powder is 3 times stronger in caffeine than green tea. A lot of people don't know that. It's grown and processed from the green tea leaves, and it originates in China. It's very high in EGCG, which is a catechin, and it's an epigallocatechin galley, and it's got every 1 gram is 3 calories of this powder. 1 cup of matcha tea equals 3 cups of green tea. That's pretty crazy. So be very careful with the caffeine with this one. You want to make sure. They might even have a caffeine-free one. That'd be even better. But this is grown and prepared differently than other green teas. The tea bushes are shielded from sunlight for 20 to 30 days before harvest. The shade triggers an increase in chlorophyll, which helps and increases the production of amino acids, which is pretty good. But children under the age of 18 are recommended not to drink matcha powder. So let's take that note. So far, we've got a 1/2 teaspoon of matcha powder, which I just got little packets at the store. They sell little to-go packets that you can buy. Then we've got 1/2 teaspoon of almond extract. Then we've got a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract, a 1/2 cup of unsweetened almond milk, 2 tablespoons of chia seeds. And remember, guys, the word chia means strength because this is a superfood. And then you've got you want to use a natural sweetener. This is 1 teaspoon of natural sweetener. And then you just want to take it and mix it up just a little bit. Just give it a little mix, and that's it. It gets a lid. It goes in the fridge overnight, and then tomorrow it'll look just like this, where it has that texture where it really barely moves, and the chia seeds blow up, which is really cool. Let me give you a close-up of this chia seed pudding. It's really awesome, and it's just such a superfood. It's a great way to wake up in the morning to a great breakfast that's packed with nutrients. I mean, chia seeds, we all need them. So try to figure out ways of putting them into your recipes. So let's get moving on to our third recipe. The third recipe is the Grinch Crunch Sandwich. And the Grinch Crunch Sandwich is going to be made on multi-grain bread. Multi-grain bread with seeds. You always want to choose darker breads when you're at the grocery store. It's a really nice way to make sure your family are getting the grains they need every day. So this is a good way to get their grains in, is by always having a dark seeded bread. So this is a multi-grain bread. I put 2 slices of thinly sliced mozzarella cheese, and then I have a 1/2 of an avocado sliced out on top. But we're going to get started on the actual sauce. We're going to make our own very delicious sauce. This sauce is going to be made with these wonderful ingredients. So easy to make and so wonderful. We're going to put into this food processor the basil, which is a 1/4 cup of fresh basil. We're also going to put in the chives, 1/4 cup of chives. I cut them up really nice. And then we're also going to use some yogurt. This is a 1/4 cup of yogurt. Let's get that in there. This is for a couple sandwiches, obviously. You want to have a nice dressing for the sandwiches. And then we're going to use in this lemon juice. So we're going to squeeze a half of a lemon. And then we're going to actually zest the other half of the lemon. Okay? This is going to be a puree. We're going to puree it, and then we're going to put it onto the bread. That's what's going to make this sandwich pop. It's going to be crunchy and delicious. So in here so far, guys, we've got basil, chives, yogurt, extra virgin olive oil, 1 tablespoon, a half of the lemon juice, and a half of the lemon zest. That's all it takes. And now we're going to blend it. All righty. Blend it up. All righty. Here we go. We're making the puree. Sometimes you want to check on your puree and just make sure that everything's getting in there, everything from the sides, because we're making a very small amount. So we're not looking for a big, huge, thick paste. Just try here. That'll do it. Let's check it out. We've got this beautiful puree. Oh my gosh, it smells amazing. Check this stuff out, guys. It smells so good, made with the fresh chives and the yogurt. Delicious. So now we're going to prep our sandwich. So, of course, we're going to use the 1 bread. Let's take these 2 thinly slices of cheese off and the avocado and lay our bread down. And let's first layer it with our puree. Okay, this puree is going to make the sandwich taste amazing. So you want to be nice and healthy with it. Give it a nice taste there. So we've got that started. And then we'll go ahead and add the 2 thin slices of mozzarella cheese, the half of an avocado, and then we're going to add some cucumber. So let's go ahead and peel this cucumber very quickly. And we're going to put on there thin slices of long pieces of cucumber. This is going to give it that extra crunch that it needs. You can even toast the bread if you wanted to for the extra love to put into your sandwich. Alrighty, so we've got all of the nutrients are right here. I hate throwing away all these nutrients, guys. So you could keep the skin on or not. It's up to you, really. So I'm just going to cut this in half, and then I'm going to take it and just give it some thin slices just like this. I'm not even going to de-seed it because the seeds have a lot of great minerals in them too. And there we go. I've got 1 slice here, 1 slice here. Okay. And then the last part of the sandwich is maybe some fresh kale. Let's see if the farmer's market has any. Oh, you guys have some kale available over here? It's $2. Okay, I'll take some. So I'm going to take some kale from the farmer's market. I'm going to go ahead. I washed it already and dried it. I'm going to go ahead and put that right on the sandwich, just like so. And then I'm going to put this one on top of this one. And there you go, guys. You've got a green Grinch crunch sandwich. You could add a little salt and pepper if you wanted to taste. I want to go ahead and give it a little cut so we can look at the inside of it. And there you go, guys. You got a crunch sandwich that anybody would love. And if you have those picky eaters, guys, this is a good way to get them into it. And those smoothie snack bars, you could even use a food coloring and make them a different color so they're not so greenish. It's up to you. So next week, August 13th, we're going to be doing green Grinch rice. We're also going to do overnight oats and banana ice cream. That's next week. So I always look forward to seeing you guys. Thank you so much for being here and for supporting us. We're the Healthy Kids, Healthy Schools team here. Our website is right here, extension.unr.edu if you want to check out all of these great free resources we have. I'm using one right now. I'm taking a master canning class. I'll be certified. Isn't that pretty cool? So have a great week, and don't forget, support those local farmers and go to your farmers markets. Have a great day.